Hey there, Busy Bee here. Plants vs. Zombies has been a series I've been enjoying for the past 12 years. From the joys of the original to even the spin-offs of Garden Warfare. Soldier Mains, let's go! Now as for Plants vs. Zombies 2, well, I've dabbled with it for many years, but I've never even gotten close to beating it. So, instead of beating it normally like a sane person, I'm going to challenge myself and see, is it possible to beat Plants vs. Zombies 2 with only consumables? No. The answer is no. There are some levels that pre-pick your plants for you, and because of that, not all of the game is beatable with just consumables. But that's such a lame answer, so I want to see how many levels are actually possible with just consumables. Anyway, here are the rules. I can only use consumable plants, which I'm defining as a one-use plant like Potato Mine from the original game, which means all of these are usable. On top of that, I will allow sun-producing plants to gain me sun as well, so long as they don't do anything to the zombie beyond just being in the way. I will also not spend any real-life money on this game or use any seed packet plants. But plants bought with gems are fair play, as you can earn them just by playing normally. Also, if I cannot beat a level with the current plants I have now, I will go back later with other plants to see if it's possible, but that's going to be a separate count at the end. Now with all that said, let's begin! First 3 levels of the tutorial aren't possible with consumables, as we don't even have a consumable to use, but at the same time, I don't even need to plant them to win. The lawnmowers take care of the zombies themselves and also come back for some reason. That's some major hand-holding, and I won't complain about it. Anyway, after we beat the 3rd level, we gain the Potato Mine. He's a precious little guy. Yes, he is. Potato Mine is a plant you place in the ground for a little bit, but when it pops up, any zombie that touches it will go kaboom and take an absurd amount of damage. Its plant energy ability launches a couple other ones randomly around the map, as well as priming them all to go. Level 4 is easily beaten by him, and level 5 we just let the lawnmower sweep with a little assistance from the Potato Mine. Crazy Dave then activates his time machine to get a taco, don't ask, and we are whisked away to ancient Egypt.
There's sand everywhere! Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill right now.
Nothing much to say about the first 5 levels of ancient Egypt, as they're basically still tutorial levels, showing off some of the other mechanics, and an introduction to the terror that is conveyor levels, which I ignored entirely. At the end of level 5, we unlocked a new consumable, the iceberg lettuce. I love this guy, as he freezes any enemy that walks up to it for a time, and its plant food hits every enemy on the screen with the freeze. Plus it's free, so I really can't complain. Day 6 is when it gets serious. No more infinite lawnmowers and a conveyor belt level. Yeah, they give you 1 potato mine and some iceberg lettuce, but that's not going to save this level from being impossible. And I hate to say it, but it's a similar result for day 7. And I thought maybe I could just get some gems on the side and try again, but nope. Crazy Dave is forcing us to complete the level first. Well, dang it, we're close too. I'll be back for you day 7. But first, to the mines, away! Alright, I'm back. I was able to get 100 gems to be able to afford the squash. And squash is one of my favorite plants from the first game. Whenever a zombie is close to him, whether behind or in front, he will basically one-shot most zombies. And his plant food makes him flatten multiple zombies in different lanes. Can come in pretty clutch. Day 8 is pretty simple. With the combo of Potato Mine and Squash and a little assistance from Iceberg, the zombies didn't stand a chance. Day 9 was a little harder, and at the end I had to use some of my lawnmowers to keep me alive, but now we unlock the next plant, the Grave Buster. He's okay. He gets rid of graves when there's any, and beyond that he's just kind of there. Doesn't even have a plant food ability. Would be cool if we could hit multiple graves if used, but yeah, whatever. Day 10 is very similar to Day 9, which is not good. I would think once we got Squash, things would steamroll for a bit. Alas, that's not the case. This could be a problem moving forward. Day 11 is our first lock and loaded level, where we don't even get to choose our plants. Luckily, we were given potato mine, so even though we had to sacrifice all of our lawnmowers, we were able to survive the day, if not barely. Day 12 is pretty much the same as day 9 and 10, and moving forward, I'll briefly skim over the simple days as to not repeat myself over and over again. Day 13 was smooth, day 14 was saved by mowers, but day 15 was our first endangered species levels, meaning if the plant gets eaten or destroyed, we lose. Still easy though. Day 16 was super easy, same with day 17, but we also unlocked the trophy that gives us an extra plant food, so that'll be really nice in the future. Day 18 was a last stand level, where you have a limited amount of sun and only that sun to make it through the day. Safe to say, it was hilarious planting all those potato mines, but surprisingly close. Day 19 was a mold level, which means you can't place any plants on the mold. Still super easy, but day 20, man, they send a ton of zombies at you at almost all times, making it incredibly easy to be overwhelmed. What with the super long recharge times of the plants. Back to the mines. Alright, now I grinded enough gems for the lava guava, which is pretty good. He explodes into a lava puddle, and when you use its plant food, it fractures the ground in front of it, dealing massive damage for a while. I like it. And with us obtaining the guava, we were able to survive day 20, but it wasn't as easy as I would have hoped. Day 21 was easy, and also unlocked the sun boost, which gives me a little extra sun to work with. Day 22 was also possible, but it was also pretty hectic with it being a longer day than the rest so far. Day 23 was simple, but it also introduces the Gargantuar zombies. These pains in the butt take 2 consumables each to kill, and where that wasn't a problem right now, in the future, it'll be a big problem. Day 24 was another fun last stand level, but now it's day 25, the boss of this world. And well, it's impossible. Unless Gravebuster and Iceberg suddenly unlock the power to do massive damage, it's never going to happen. Oh well, that was fun. Guess we can answer that you... Wait, what do you mean there's more? What do you mean there's over 300 levels?
We are the pirates who don't do anything. We just stay at home and lie around.
Day 1 was incredibly easy, but introduces us to this world's gimmick. Some of the area to place plants will be a lot smaller, and we'll have zombies swing into that area, meaning we have less area for the fence for future levels. Not that it's an issue here, of course. Only at day 2 and there's a problem. Seagull zombies. They fly over a potato mine and iceberg lettuce, and lava guava, while it can hurt it when it erupts, can't kill one on its own. The only counter we currently have to it is squash, which means we have to be careful, making sure each lane is well protected by them. Day 3 and 4 were super easy, but day 5 really shows why seagull zombies are a big problem. It takes too long for squash to recharge, and it's really easy to be overwhelmed by them. If it weren't for lawnmowers, I don't know if this would have been possible. Day 6 has the same issue as day 5, but a little bit harder. Day 7 being the same, but easier. And day is completely impossible. It's another conveyor level, and once again, they give us only 1 potato mine. What is their obsession with doing that? Yeah, that's never happening. Day 9 was one of the easiest days so far, and day 10 and 11 were really tough. They introduced imp cannons, which shoots an imp, sometimes multiple, onto the lawn, seemingly at random, making my defenses weaker than they need to be. Combo that with seagull zombies, it's a little bit of a struggle. Day 12 is a mini-game using coconut cannons to blow up zombies, so obviously impossible. Day 13 I'm going to claim is impossible, since it produces a certain amount of sun level, and none of my consumables produce sun. This level also introduces the annoying pirate captain zombies, who has a bird that'll fly to a plant and try to take it out of play. It's really annoying, since it can set off multiple of the plants without consequence. Day 14 is a big problem. It's a last stand level, but it won't let me place any consumable other than potato mine, which is a problem because seagull zombies, and the only good counter to them is squash. 2 guava can handle them as well, but it's so hard. And that is just depressing. Where it might be possible with the plants I have, I don't have the time to try this another dozen times. To the mines! Alright, so this time we got ourselves the jalapeno. And he's probably the best plant we can use. When placed down, it destroys an entire lane with fire, destroying most zombies instantly. No plant food, but who needs it when it's this powerful? And with the all-powerful jalapeno, we were able to barely beat the day. Finally! Day 15 introduces us to levels where you can't let zombies trample the flowers, and it wasn't too hard. Day 16 was extremely hectic though. It's an endangered plant level, and it was a hell of a challenge making sure they were never used. But it was, thankfully, possible. Day 17 was fascinating. It's a level where we gotta kill 20 zombies in 30 seconds. It was close, but it was 100% possible. That was a lot of fun! And Day 18 is a lock and loaded level, which is never happening. Day 19 was another sun level, which means another impossible level. Day 20 is another sun level? Why? Why 2 in a row? Not even just for the challenge's sake, but that's just so weird. Day 21 is, are you serious? On the bright side, we unlock another seed slot by beating this level, so that'll be helpful later. Day 22 is another last stand level, and just like the last one we did, is incredibly difficult. The imp cannons fire off so many imps it's nearly impossible to deal with. And by nearly, I mean sadly it is. After having one amazing run, I ran out of sun, and with so many imp cannons alive, there's no way to beat this level. It's really sad to say. Day 23 was surprisingly simple, especially after I thought we lost, but remembered that seagull zombies aren't touching the ground, therefore flying over the plants is okay. Day 24 is protect the endangered species level, and in my mind, if they get used, it's a loss, and it's impossible to protect both of them from being used at the same time. However, at the end of the day, we unlocked our next consumable, Cherry Bomb, which is incredible! When placed, they'll blow up nearly every zombie in a 3x3 area. Once again, no plant food, but who cares? That just leaves Day 25, the boss of this world, and sad to say, there's no chance we can beat this level with just Cherry Bomb. But at least we can end the level with it, yeah? Anyway, on to the next world, the Wild West.
Wish I was back in Texas.
Day 1 introduces us to this world's gimmick, minecarts. Whatever plant you put on it can be moved to any other lane the rail's attached to, but you also lose land because of it. The day starts out as being forced to use a pea shooter. However, I won't count that as a loss, since, well, we haven't been able to pick our plants yet, and it didn't say Day 1 yet, so that's a win in my mind. Day 2 and 3 were really simple. Even the new zombies, the pianist and prospector zombie, don't make a difference. And Day 4 is completely impossible. It wants us to use the pea shooters to defend with the rail carts, so no chance to win with consumables. However, when we beat the level, we unlock Chili Bean, which is a very useful plant. When eaten, it insta-kills the zombie, as well as leaves a smelly trail to paralyze the zombie in place behind it for a bit. Its plant food ability launches 3 clones of itself to random parts of the lawn. Very useful, honestly like a better potato mine. Day 5 introduces poncho zombies. They hide their bodies from you, so when you knock the ponchos off, it could be either armored or not. Little annoying for Guava, but not too bad overall. Day 6 was a last stand level, and unlike Pirate Seas, it was very possible. Day 7 was a super easy level, and Day 8 was completely impossible. We get an okay amount of chili beans, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Heck, there's gargantuars later in the level that the chili bean is useless against. Day 9 is unfortunately impossible. It's a lock and loaded level, and as good as chili bean is, there's way too many zombies to handle. Day 10.
Oh god. Oh god! Oh god, no! No! Stay away!
Oh god, it's these stupid things. The Chicken Wrangler zombies is one of the most annoying zombies in the franchise. When damaged, or in this case defeated, it lets out a ton of little chickens in the 3 lanes it's closer to. It just sets off all of my consumables. 1 second our defense is strong, and the next I lose. I can freeze them solid, but beyond that, I just gotta hope Cherry Bomb can deal with most of them. After multiple tries, I finally get past this level. But this does show this world is going to be a big pain in the butt. Day 11 was a really fun level. I can only use up to 500 sun to plant my defenses, so I planted mostly potato mine and used 1 chili beans plant food ability to just keep spraying them all over the place for free. That was a great level. That was fun. Day 12 is a conveyor belt level, so impossible. Day 13 introduces zombie bowls, which can be a problem by launching the imp further down the lane, but nowhere near as close to a problem as the Chicken Wrangler. Day 14 has those stupid chickens again. This level took several tries, but it was eventually beaten. Day 15 is a level where we can't lose any plants. Safe to say, every one of these type of levels are impossible. Day 16 was a protect the endangered species level, and it was a little bit hectic keeping the zombies from touching the walnut, but it's 100% possible. Day 17 was an easy protect the flowers level, and day 18 is a last stand level, which is never going to happen because Chicken Wrangler. Day 19 is another impossible can't lose any plants level, and sad to say, day 20 is another impossible conveyor belt level. So many impossible levels back to back. But at the end of that one, we unlock the ability to instantly recharge a plant if I use a plant food, so that could be useful. Day 21 was a simple protect the flowers and don't use X amount of sun level, and day 22 is not happening. Lock and loaded levels are frustrating to deal with, especially when combined with the stupid Chicken Wrangler. Day 23 is never happening, and sadly, neither is day 24. The walnuts are too many, and Chicken Wranglers are just so annoying. And finally, onto day 25, where the pattern unfortunately repeats itself of having an impossible final boss. The boss is very easy normally, but it's sad that I haven't been able to attempt it with any consumables. Oh well, this world was just frustrating. And that is the end of part 1. Thank you so much for watching. I have some questions for you real quick though. First of all, do you think sun being counts as a consumable or nah? And if so, do you think it can work in the levels where you can get X amount of sun to beat the level? No? Yes? Let me know. And finally, do you think I can use lily pads in Big Wave Beach, or do you think that's against the rules? Anyway, look forward to part 2. This has been Busy Bee. Peace!